everyone, it's Sammy from Sammy's Sweet Life, and we are talking goals today. So I thought I would put one of these videos together because I am all the way back into goal setting again. I feel like I took a bit of a break for summer. I didn't have very lofty goals. I didn't have a whole lot of productivity going on as far as anything besides just daily maintenance type of thing. And that's a goal all on its own, you know, sticking with the cleaning, keeping the house in order, meal planning, grocery shopping, all that stuff. It's a whole thing all on its own, but I feel like now I am knee deep into the actual extra goal setting things. I've been organizing a bunch. I've been doing quite a few things now that school is back in session. I feel like I have more free time. So I ended up writing out my September goals. This will probably go up a teeny bit late for you guys just because of life. I am just getting over a little virus cold thing, and like, yeah, no makeup today because like my whole nose was like really chafed and raw, and now the skin is like peeling. So I'm like, I'm not gonna put makeup on and try to cover it up when it just looks horrible. I'm just gonna be all natural and just hot mess. So I want to walk down my goals. I am using my Makselife planner and I'm super excited. They're talking about planner launch coming up soon. So I will keep you guys informed on all the planner updates as far as things coming out. And that's part of my goals too, is talk about planners a little bit. But I really like their system. Everything is broken down into 8 categories. If you're not familiar with Makselife, it happens to be one of my top favorite planners, and it's because of the weekly action page. This has all the different categories. It's got the cute little color codes, and I really like how Makselife breaks it down. You have a yearly overview planning prep, then you have a monthly planning, and then you have the weekly page alongside your like weekly planner page, which I found I don't really like that much. So I will be adjusting for next year, but I just love the weekly page. I try to fill this out most weeks, especially like back to school weeks, and yeah, love it. So I filled out my whole monthly goal setting page. You can see here, look at that, it's all filled out, and we're gonna walk down the list. I'm gonna talk about some of them a little bit more in depth, and some of them I'll just blow through kind of quickly because I have already discussed these and they've been ongoing goals, so you can watch any of my goals videos and hear more about some of these topics. So I will have my planner playlist and my Makselife playlist down below for you guys in case you want to watch more planner goodness from me. I just love planners and I love talking about planners, and I recently admitted to all of my in-person friends, like my real life friends, that I'm like a planner obsessed crazy person. So they now discuss planners with me sometimes, and I'm really excited to like discuss planners in person because Johnny has never used a planner, like never used a planner. And yeah, he doesn't want to discuss it with me. And then my bestie uses a planner from time to time, but she's not super into it like I am. I didn't know anybody in my real life to discuss planners with, but now I have a few, and I'm super excited to keep talking planners with them. Going along with that, I had a huge Erin Condren haul because I got some of my friends hopefully hooked on Erin Condren, which is a whole thing in itself. So we talk about planners a lot, which is fun. Anyway, going into my goals, they are categorized in 8 categories. I'm just gonna walk down the list and talk about it with you guys. So my first section is my personal section, and I put some kind of fun things in here, some self-care type things in here, because especially like with all my migraine issues, my self-care fun things totally went out the window, and then I have this cold, and again, like totally hasn't done it. Nails is one of them. I have not done my nails in over a month because of all the migraine issues. So during migraine events, your sense of smell is heightened and like everything gets to you. So I haven't done nails because I was having so many migraine issues, but now I'm coming out of this cold funk and my migraines have been under control, knock on wood that they have been under control, and I'm gonna try to go back to painting my nails every weekend. So this weekend's gonna be my first one back. They've just been horrible. I haven't even like trimmed them very well or anything. Just had ugly real nails, not pretty gel nails. So that is one of my top things on my personal list. And then I also want to catch up on my Peloton cross stitch. I do have a planner in the workout room that I write my workout in. I write my mileage down when I do the actual bike. And I have the little cross stitch Peloton tracker, but I haven't kept up with it recently because of all the health things. So that is on my list to get caught up with that. I can do that while Johnny and I watch TV in the evenings and just sit there and cross stitch. I like to keep my hands busy, but lately I've just been like laying down, like getting a pillow and a blanket and laying on the couch. So that's gonna be fun to be able to like get my hands busy again and work on that. And then going along with the whole self-care fun thing, I have Spa Sunday. So I was doing really good at this like basically I would take a bubble bath, light a candle, listen to music or meditation, or just like play on my phone and scroll while I'm taking a nice bubble bath. I have some Epsom salts, I have some actual like bubble bath stuff, and just soak and relax and have this really nice relaxing thing, put on a face mask, and it was just a really nice Sunday evening thing. Like once the kids go in bed, this is my little relaxation time for the week, and I loved doing that. And I haven't done it because I've been sick, and again, like smells are bothering me, so I can't wear the face mask. Smells bother me, so I can't use the bubble bath or the Epsom salts or anything. So now that I'm coming out of that funk, I want to get back into my spa Sundays and my nail painting days, and yeah, be all like self-care Sunday. Just doing that one thing like sets the tone for the beginning of the week, like relaxing and getting into the week. And then my last personal thing on here is lunch prep. And I thought after I wrote this that it could go under health and wellness because that's a whole section on its own, but I didn't. I wrote it into this one. So technically speaking, I probably would put it in health and wellness next time, but I just want to have my lunch prepped. I flounder when it comes to lunch. If I don't have something prepped, I just grab whatever, and sometimes I don't make the best choices. So I really want to have lunch ideas like written down on the menu plan, have things prepped ahead of time. So this week, like I love sweet potatoes, but they take forever to make. And so if I have raw sweet potatoes sitting there and it's lunchtime, I'm not having sweet potatoes. So I wrote on the meal plan for Monday to make the sweet potatoes, and then I can have them throughout the week. But yeah, I just have to think about it ahead of time, because if I'm there right at lunchtime, I'm like, okay, I don't know what I'm eating. I'm just gonna grab whatever out of the pantry. Sometimes though, I just have a protein shake, and that's cool too, but I wanna have something available to have. And something else I've been doing is I've been trying to make extra dinner so that the extra leftovers can be our lunches for the next day, and that works out really well sometimes too. But not every meal can be done like that. So it doesn't work out all the time, but I definitely want to be more mindful and plan it on the meal plan. Like I just sat down and meal plan for the week and have two things on there, Italian wedding soup and also sweet potatoes. So I'm prepped for the meals, but I want to keep doing that every week. So the next section is called fun and recreation, and I could put some of those personal things down here because they are fun things, but I use this for just scrapbooking, and I want to get back to doing Scrappy Fridays. I have sucked at this, guys, like all year long. I totally sucked at doing scrapbooking anything, so I want to just work on that. And probably those Scrappy Sundays aren't going to actually be like physically scrapbooking and making anything. They're going to be cleaning up this horrendous mess. And I realized because Johnny and Stella will both come in this room and do stuff. You can see it looks like, you know, a Dexter room. There's like trash bags and stuff because he's making parachutes for rockets. I can't have this all in the background because I find it really distracting and it looks not so great. So I decided to switch how I'm doing this room. I'm gonna put the shelf systems over here, so it'll just be like a corner of shelves. And then this table will go on the other side, so Johnny and Olivia can be in here, do whatever they want, and I don't have to worry about it being in the background, cluttering up everything. Because I walk in here and I see that first thing when I'm going to film, and I'm like, screw it, I'm just gonna film. I just don't wanna have to clean up their mess, and I don't wanna disturb any of their projects. There's like projects in front of me, which is fine because you guys don't see those, but this table has got to be moved. Like this is my table over here, and there's all sorts of their stuff like this. Like I did not clamp this light here. This is his light for his tinkering and stuff, and I'm cool with them being in here. Like I'm not super territorial. They can be in the room and whatever, but I don't want to see it on camera. So that's part of Scrappy Fridays, is I'm gonna flip the items in the room, make the background look nice and peaceful. They can have their junk side over there that they don't have to worry about as much. But yeah, it's just a hot mess still. Like I still have the pegboard stuff to hang up and all that stuff. So the Scrappy Fridays will just be being in here, getting things organized and switched around and moved and hanging up things. So it'll be intense for a while. And that's all I have in that section. It just says Scrappy Fridays, and that's it. So the next section is work and learning. This is the red section, and I use this for this channel. I really want to get back to having an editorial calendar. The holidays are coming up. Things are gonna get a little bit busier when we're full in on Livy's doing cheer, so we're gonna have more activities, not just dance, but we've got recitals coming up in the winter. We've got cheer coming up soon where we're gonna have to be at football games and things are just starting to get busier. And I know this channel is gonna fall by the wayside if I don't plan ahead. So I really need to get my editorial calendar outlined for the rest of the year, and that's on here for this month. And then I also want to stick to 3 videos a week, and that's going to take some planning on my part, filming a little bit ahead of time. I really just thrive when I have like 1 or 2 videos already ready and I'm a little bit ahead, so I have a little bit of wiggle room for videos, of course, in case things come up. And then going along with that, planner launch prep is in here. So that involves me researching what planners I'm going to be sharing this year, or what planners I want to try out. There are a couple of new to me companies that I've seen. I've watched other people's walkthroughs, I've seen their Instagrams and stuff, and I want to try out a few new planners for this next coming up year. You can see all the planner chaos over here. A lot of those do not go for 2023, so I will repurpose some of those, but I also want to try out some new ones. So I'm really trying to do my research right now, find out which ones I want to use, and just buy a couple of different ones. And yeah, it should be fun. I definitely want to show you guys some new planner companies. They're new to me, they might be new to you as well, but I want to introduce some new ones. I want to try out some new ones and see how it goes. And I plan on doing some sort of like planner favorites video coming up soon for 2022, because there are some clear ones that you'll obviously know have been my favorites, but there are other ones that I want to mention and talk to you guys about because they're really good planners. They're awesome layouts and things, but they just weren't the ones I ended up using. There are a couple I stuck with a lot of this year, but there are a lot of other ones that have been really good planners. I want to make sure I mention to you guys when planner launch season is coming up. But yeah, that's a whole thing on its own. I'm researching planner stuff and it's so much fun. And then the family and relationships, there's a lot on here. We're gonna stick with date nights. I'm gonna try to make a rotating dinner list. Lately, I've been really trying to use new recipes, but again, this is gonna be a busier season. I need to have some regular, old, tried and true recipes on the back burner so that I have easy meal planning for those tougher weeks. And then I want to pack some cute lunches. I did a lunch video for you guys recently sharing the cute lunches, and I want to continue making cute lunches and give you guys some lunch ideas because I find it fun. And Olivia said her friends like really like it. She likes when there's some cute aspect in her lunch. It also makes it exciting for the girls, so I really like doing it. And then preschool at home, Stella and I try to do like some sort of art activity every week, and then we have a couple of little toddler activities that we can do. And we don't do like preschool stuff every day, but some days she asks to do our activities. She goes, "Is it activities time?" And it's so cute. So I'm like, yeah, we'll go play our sticker book. Like, let's go play. And so she's like, you know, getting dexterity, and it's, I'll link to it down below. It's the hidden pictures from highlights, and it's a sticker version. So there's not very many on each page. They are sometimes tricky, so I do have to help her, but she really likes like looking through the picture and trying to find the shapes. And then it has stickers, so you put the sticker over the shape. And so it's a lot of, you know, a lot of toddlery stuff, you know, peeling the sticker, finding the thing, sticking it over the right place, and she really has fun with it. So that's one of the things we do a couple times a week, but again, not every day, you know, she's just almost 3, so we're just trying to do that. I did a really fun one. I posted this one on Instagram where she's been obsessed with the book 10 Apples Up on Top. I've been reading her different books. Usually when we read, she'll just bring me whatever books, and it's the same kind of few books over and over again. We've been doing something every day called story time. I'm like, okay, Stella, it's story time. Go pick out your book you want to read, and then mommy's gonna pick out a book we're gonna read together too. So we end up reading at least 2 books. It ends up turning into like lots of books because she'll bring more to me and we'll read them again and again. That way I'm introducing her to newer books, like newer to her books, because we've got tons of books. I love books. And one of them is the actual paper 10 Apples Up on Top. We have been reading the board book one, which is a shortened version, and she loves it. She asked to read it again yesterday, and we read it like 2 times. So we did a little 10 apples up on top activity where she got to use the glue stick and glue the apples down, and had so much fun with that. Things like that, just preschool things, things I find on Pinterest, things I make up, like I made up the 10 apples thing. It's just like we came in here, cut with the silhouette cameo, and then did the activity, and she had the best time. And speaking of Stella, the next thing is plan Stella's birthday. So her birthday is next month, and I'm going to plan her a little birthday and invite all her little toddler buddies, and it should be fun. There's not a whole lot of kids that we'll invite, but we'll have a little birthday party for her, and my mom will come visit for that, so it'll be really special. And then the last thing on here is 15-minute reading sessions. So we have been doing reading at the end of the day where Johnny will read to Olivia and I will read to Stella at bedtime. Well, we're going to try to get Olivia to go to bed a little bit earlier, just go upstairs and read her own book, like read to herself. So I'm just trying to incorporate that in. That's an Olivia thing where she'll go read for 15 minutes just on her own. And when we've done that Stella's been like put off by it, so she will bring us books and we'll read to her too. So it's like a second story time for Stella. And of course, like we're reading books throughout the day. Anytime she brings me a book, we read a book. But yeah, I just want Olivia to do a little bit more independent reading since Johnny and her have been reading chapter books at bedtime, but Johnny will be the one reading to her. And it's really fun. We've been able to like read the book, watch the movie when there's a movie for it, and she's really liked that. So we just finished James and the Giant Peach, and we're gonna watch it this weekend, so that'll be fun. But I got her this box set of Royal Doll books, and that's what they've been going through. And then I also ended up getting her the Narnia books, so I can't wait for her to get into that. I loved the Narnia books growing up. I don't know how many times I've read them. That'll be the next step, is the Narnia books. Anyway, moving on to health and wellness. This is all workout related stuff. So I'm doing the Power Zone Challenge. I chose the option that is 3 workouts a week. It's 2 45-minute rides and then a 60-minute ride, and I'm just sticking with that one. And then I want to get gold on the cycling challenge, which I think is easy. That's a Peloton thing. You have to get 150 miles a month to get that gold. I've just not been cycling nearly as much, except since school started, I've been back to cycling more, and I really want to make sure I'm hitting those mileage things. So that's just a goal on there. And then I want to get back to my strength training. I have not done this in a while because of, you know, illness and stuff, but I have the arms and light weights Tunde challenge and also the bar challenge. I've talked about these in Pillow Chat videos, so I will link to those. And then also I want to finish up the Maddie abs challenge. I ended up doing the first 3 weeks out of 5 weeks. It's the same 5 rotating classes Monday through Friday, and then totally got sick and couldn't keep up with it. So I'm going to go back to try to finish 2 more weeks of that and then start some more abs. We'll also throw in some hardcore on the floor calendar and also go to mom's group. I'm going to try to stick with going 3 times a week, hopefully starting next week, as long as like this congestion clears up. I have been writing, but I've like been choking on my own mucus and stuff, just like coughing basically the whole time I'm writing. So I don't feel comfortable like being at the group, exercising, hacking up a lung, especially like out in the heat. I just don't want to do it right now. So hopefully this will all be cleared up, and I hope I don't sound too nasally for you guys. I sound really nasally to myself. But yeah, it's basically getting back into cycling more and then introducing strength training again. After my migraine sessions, I want to get back into strength training now that I think they're under control. And then for spiritual and personal growth, I usually put meditation and yoga on here, but I'm not trying to do the yoga because I'm trying to concentrate on strength for a while. And I already do the meditation, so I felt like it would be silly to write it down because I pretty much meditate every day. I love the Peloton meditation. So I actually wrote on here, as far as personal growth, I'm gonna do some reading sessions. So before bed, I wanna sit down for 15 minutes and read or listen to an audiobook. It doesn't necessarily have to be like reading a book, but that's gonna be on my goal. And I've been reading one book, it's called Healthy as Blank, and it's pretty good. There's so much cursing, so if you're not a cursing person, don't get it, but it's really good. I've been listening to it on Audible. And then financial, I've got 2 things on here. Use the budget tracker. I got the Erin Condren budget tracker, and every week I've been writing in all of our spending. I want to continue with that through September, and then I also want to do low spend September. I ended up purchasing 2 big things this month, and they're finishing up our built-in, so we'll have to pay for that. But yeah, the bikes were not cheap. We got all the bikes stuff, and then also we paid for Olivia's first session of orthodontia, so that was another big price tag thing. So those were not cheap, and we're going to try to do a little bit low spend September, although we'll pay for the second half of the built-ins, but I want to be ready for that. And then for physical environment, I've been organizing lots of different spaces around the house. I will be sharing videos of all my organize with me little things, and so I have 1 organization project per week on the list, just, you know, organize a drawer or a cabinet or a closet or something along that line. And then the big one on here is the toy room organization. I'm gonna get all of the toys from downstairs all the way upstairs, organize it, get rid of any of the toys they're not playing with, so we get ready for holidays coming up. Stella's having a birthday, then Christmas is coming, then Livy's birthday is coming, and it's just gonna be more toys and stuff. So we're gonna clear out the things they're not using and pass them on to other people and organize a little bit better for the playroom. The other thing on the list is research and find the light and fans for the gym. So that's just on the list. We need to get a flush light before we get his workout equipment because it's gonna be tall. And our light right now is one of those like chandelier lights because it's a formal dining room. We're just gonna get one of those lights that just is right up on the ceiling. And that's it. That's a lot of goals. I feel like a lot of them are things I'm already working towards or I'm already doing. So I don't feel like it's too much of a list, but a couple of them are a little bit extra challenging. So I feel like it's a good mix of maintenance goals, new goals and kind of loftier goals, like doing the whole playroom. It's a lofty goal. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what your main goal is for the next month. I would love to know, so leave it in the comments down below. One of my main goals is just getting back to strength training and getting back to like all my Spa Sunday type of personal things. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a great day, happy planning, and I'll catch you next time.